Hello, Daisies. It's Miss Judy. I hope everyone had a wonderful spring break. We're not going to be meeting up for a few meetings, but that's okay. I'm going to be sending you videos. That way we can still work on our badge and our petal work. Today we're going to be working on our green petal, which is using resources wisely. So we're going to read through Clover's story, and I'm going to have a few questions that you can send your answers to Miss Judy. That way I can mark you down that you got your green petal. So this is Clover's story, A Visit to the Busy, Busy Bees. When I've earned my clover petal, I'll know how to use resources wisely, just like Clover. A visit to the busy, buzzy bees. The sun had just appeared in the sky when the flower friends woke up and got ready for another fun day. Chatting and laughing, they each helped watch Loopy's petal-powered car. I love it when the car looks all shiny and clean in the sun, Zini said. And Clover's idea to collect rainwater in pails means we don't waste water, Vi added. That's smart, Clover, Clover blushed. I'm happy anytime I can think of ways to use things wisely, she said. Now let's go on our trip. I can't wait to give you a tour of my friend Henry's honeybee garden. Clover hopped into the driver's seat of the car. The petal-powered car ran on flower power. Every part of the flower helped the car go. A few minutes later, the flower friends arrived at the garden. Clover and her friends headed over to a patch of beehives. Swarms of black and yellow honeybees flew around them. The honeybees live in hives, Clover explained, but they love to fly around outside too. How do bees make honey? Zini asked. First, bees gather nectar from plants and flowers, Clover told them. Then they store it in a honeycomb to make honey. One of the honeybees flew by. We love buzzing around the flowers, she said. And we like turning flower nectar into something sweet to eat. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Just then, Clover's friend Henry flew over carrying several jars. Hi, Clover, Henry said. I have a surprise for you. Since you always help me take such good care of the garden, here's some honey for you and your friends. Thanks, Henry, Clover said. What should we do with our honey? Zini asked Clover. Clover thought for a moment. I know, she replied. Let's throw a tea party when we get back. Back at the garden, Clover called the other flower friends over. Hello, everyone, Clover called out. We brought you some honey back from the beekeeper's garden. We can use it to make honey in our tea. And we can make a honey dip using our leftover yogurt and apples, she added. That's a great idea, Gloria said. It's smart to use our leftover food instead of throwing it away. And the dip will be tasty too. Thanks for taking us to visit the beekeeper's garden, Clover, Vi said. I'm glad you had fun, Clover said, and a few bees flew past their table. They were flying to the daisy flower garden. And thank you for making our honey, Clover called to them. The end. So that's our story for Clover's story. There's a few questions here that we'll go over too. So how do you think Clover used resources wisely? Do you remember what she did with the honey to use resources wisely? And what do you think would have happened to the leftover yogurt and apples if Clover hadn't suggested making the dip? Also, can you think of a time that you used resources wisely? I know when we went to our Daisy lock-in, we used paper towel rolls for our telescopes. So that's a good time that we used our resources wisely. So maybe you can think of a time that you did that too. And also, think about other ways that you can be resourceful and use your resources wisely. That's something you want to think about, and then make sure that you send in your answers to Miss Judy so you can get your green petal. And so thank you, Daisy friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.